right? So YouTube, like that. Now, I can, while this is playing, I want to watch something else, I go to Netflix. Do I have Netflix here? See, I haven't even prepared. I don't have Netflix. I'll show you Netflix in a second, but basically, I want to show you Plex, which is now, Plex is the app here on the phone, and it's talking to my server at home. At home, I have basically my HTPC that I was using under the TV. I converted to a dedicated server, who's using less power, and I have my movies in there. So again, the same icon appears here, and I see again this device, and it even tells me it's casting currently YouTube. So I'm gonna click on it. Switching to Plex. Let's see, how are we going? Alright, it's ready to cast. And if I had played a movie, it would have started the movie right away. So let's pick a movie.
Is this a movie in your library?
This is a movie at home in my library, my personal movie. And I'm just gonna play it from hour and 20 minutes in. So my server needs to open the file, fast forward to that location, and start transcoding on the fly. And I even have volume control from here.
Is that a dedicated server?
Yes, it's a dedicated server. I might be pushing the limits here, but it doesn't stutter, I promise you. In local network, it doesn't stutter at all.
There's no classified material on it, right?
No, this is Shine from 1996. It's a great movie. No classified. Yeah, so I guess my Wi-Fi is not fast enough here to do it, but you would see a fluid movie here on your TV without a problem, audio and all, and it works just fine. And again, you can screw up, so I just switched to 35 minutes in the movie, backwards. So again, the server needs to figure it out, and this is how long it takes. Right? So the server at the end is pretty snappy, it figures it out, and it starts playing. And not only that, again, the server needs to transcode because it knows I have the file in a certain format on my hard drive, and Chromecast supports a different format that it only can play, optimally. So the server goes to that place in the file and starts transcoding, and it starts sending it, and it's working, it's playing. So this is really the idea with almost all the sources. For a Chromecast, you go to your source, you select what you want to play, and you just press a button, and you start playing. And for YouTube especially, it works very interestingly. It happened recently without me realizing it. A lot of people can join your Chromecast. So you have 5 people with their phones, all of them say, I want to cast as well. And everybody starts queuing up songs from YouTube, and the Chromecast starts building this playlist. So, it shows, now we're playing this song added by whoever. Then now we're playing this song added by whoever. And if you have friends, again, it's a good way to, if you like to just talk about music, or oh, let me show you this song, let me show you that song. So, now it's playing okay, it's not stuttering anything. I don't know, well, the audio is low, so the monitor, so can't do much better than that. But the Roku, so why do I use a Roku then? The reason I use a Roku is because it basically combines these two. And it does it in a great way with a remote that's this big. It's a wireless remote, not an infrared remote. It's a Wi-Fi, it's a radio remote, so the Roku is hidden in a drawer, you never see it. And it has 10 buttons on it. And I can do all the functionality of a regular TV and a DVR with that little remote. And it works great. And it also gives me a nice interface. So I go to, it presents me this now popular block view where you have your Amazon, then your Netflix, and your Plex, and your YouTube. So you hit on Amazon, it starts showing you all the Amazon shows. Then you go back, you go to Netflix. It logs you into a Netflix with your account, shows you all the Netflix shows. You go to Plex, you see all your Plex material, your local media. Just as I'm playing a movie now, I can play a song, or I can show you a slideshow of my pictures. Works exactly the same way. And really, So going from regular TV into something like this with a Roku, the device itself is designed to find content for you on the internet from all of these providers. So let's say you want to watch a movie, you don't really know who has it, who sells it. You go into the search in the Roku, which is it has a center stage basically in the interface. You search, you say, I want to watch Inception. You type Inception. Yes, it's a clunky keyboard, with a remote, but it searches ahead. So as you type, it already suggests popular names. So you type INC, and it shows you Inception on the side. You select it, and it tells you it's $4 on Amazon, it's $4 on Netflix, it's $3.99 on MGO. You go there, you click, it buys it for you basically, and you watch it. And you either have, usually on these it's streaming, so you have like 24 hours to watch it. But that's really how it works, and that's how I've been doing it now for 3 years on my current setup, since the Roku 3 came out essentially, maybe 2 years, and it's been great. Plex has always been the heart of my multimedia really, and streaming is from Netflix and Amazon.
Do you need the Roku if you have a smart TV?
Well, you don't need it, no. But again, it's a different, the experience is a little bit better because the device itself is designed to give you content. It's not like a side feature to your main TV. It's really well designed. It's very simplistic. It's fast. The hardware is fast enough anyway for what it's doing. And again, that feature of I'm just searching for this movie and it shows you where the movies are available, or it has a Plex client, which a lot of modern TVs have now at this time. For me at least, that's very important. You don't need it, and you can choose any of the others. If you have a big Apple ecosystem at home, probably makes sense to buy an Apple TV, because all of the devices seamlessly can share and send content to that Apple TV on your TV, and you can do it that way. If you have an Xbox, you don't really need to buy anything. If you have PlayStation, again, you don't really need to. For me, now that I've been doing it for so many years, I'm finding little things that irk me in the various solutions, and that's why I've settled now on Roku, because for me it works the way I expect it to work and has the features I want it to have, basically, which is I want Netflix, I want Amazon, I want YouTube, and I want Plex. Really, these are my 4 main features that I'm looking for, and I want this to be simple and fast so that I can just sit down and watch and not have to deal with technology to get to my content. So, questions? Yes?
I have gone through a very similar exercise as you demonstrated. That we decided that we still needed cable, so I decided that I needed to leverage the monthly costs of my investment in cable. What I did is I bought a box which allows me to access my cable at home with a remote, a virtual remote.
Slingbox.
Slingbox.
Yep.
That's $200 anywhere I am. If I can get onto the internet, I can watch any channel if I have.
Yep. That works. Again, that works.
PC, iPad.
Works great.
phone.
Again, as I pointed out earlier, for me, ads, I hate ads. Waste of my time. I'm paying a big bill for something, and on top of that, I'm watching ads. No. To be honest, that's probably what made me turn off cable. I just don't like advertisements. When I'm on my computer, the first thing I install is an ad blocker on my browser. When I go and watch somebody anything on the TV, I notice the first time ads show up, I'm like, I am so happy I don't have this at home. But again, this is very personal. A lot of people like to watch the ads, and it's fine for them. But it's really a lot of options, a lot of things you can try at this point. I don't have a TiVo. I don't really need a TiVo with this.
Didn't Devo, when it came out, allow you to skip the ads?
Yeah, so they would do sort of a DVR thing, and they'll cut out the ads and allow you to that. Sure, yeah, but I think they also had like a monthly fee or something like that. I don't really remember.
Yeah, there's a yearly fee.
Or a yearly fee, right. So yes, TiVo basically does that for you on cable.
Well, and what's doing it for you here?
There's no ads.
No ads. And that's
You
because you
buy the content, right? You don't buy a service to show you random content. You just buy the content. You play when you want. It's just the content. Hulu, for example, has a free service which will play like 2 or 3 minute ads at the beginning, and then every half an hour might play like 2 minute ad, but 2 minutes, and it's free. But the premium content, if you subscribe to Hulu something, Hulu Now, Go something,
Hulu Plus, I think.
Hulu Plus. Thank you. When you subscribe to Hulu Plus, which I think is like $8 again, no ads, and you get access to their premium content, which is not all available even with ads.
Well, I have Verizon Fios, and what I use is, the on-demand for the different networks, like for the shows I'm missing now, they'll be on
Yep.
tomorrow,
Right.
most likely tomorrow.
Yep.
And that gets you, not necessarily in some channels you'll get full seasons,
Mm-hmm.
but on some, they may limit it to 3 or 4 previous
Right.
episodes. Because
Right,
then they
right,
dump
right.
it on Hulu where you gotta
Exactly.
pay
Right,
to watch
right.
it. Or on their.
Or their own channel, like you
their
gotta
own
go to
paper,
ABC
yeah,
to
CBS,
exactly.
yeah.
Right. I'm gonna turn the lights on. Any other questions?
One, if we could go back to the off-air TV.
Yes.
Is there any sunset regulation for the off-air transmitters? Is the
For the
FCC
transmitters?
going to put down prevention?
I haven't put any of that. I don't know. If there is, they're not making a big fuss about it. Exactly. So I don't think they are, and in fact, there was maybe a couple of years ago. I think there was some kind of a lawsuit that
Retransmission.
right, all cable companies were forced to provide all the local over-the-air channels you would get, because they would charge you extra otherwise. So at some point they started charging, well, you need to pay us $25 for your local content, or $10 for your local content, and then people say, well, no, well, you're supposed to give that to us anyway. So, but they get their money from you anyway. So, yeah, that's really, it's not perfect. There's stuff that you can't find sometimes. Sometimes you have to go to the theater, or like up until last year, I believe you couldn't watch the Super Bowl anyway online. This year is the first Super Bowl that they're going to stream, and actually I think they might even stream it for free. It's going to be available on a lot of these devices for streaming. The Oscars, another popular yearly event that you can't usually watch online. You have to have, or is it ABC or something, to actually watch it. So it's not perfect, but if you're willing to give up a few of these, you'll save a lot of money. And again, depending on how much you watch, you might not. But no ads, win for me.
What do you think about having, doing as you're doing that, but having people as back, like someone that you basically.
Yeah, you can. People do that. People do that for, the basic channels. They would really lean down their, sort of a transition period to see how they like it.
Yeah,
They
I'm
would
just thinking
clean
if your
down
internet went
everything
down.
but, well, if your internet went down, you probably don't have TV, because it's the same service provider. So that doesn't work. But again, yes, you can get the basic cable, and if you're doing the yearly thing with I'm disconnecting, give me a deal, like give me triple play for $80 instead of just internet for $60. Then yeah, it's probably worth it if you really want to watch some of the stuff that's on these channels. And actually, I have a colleague who he got a. If you really want to keep your cable and have full control over it, you can get a computer with a card in it that has a connector, a single input, and it can actually record channels and really talk to your cable provider. So you put your card in that card, your cable card, instead of in the box in Cablevision. You put it in the computer, and it's able to stream multiple streams at the same time and do things like DVR and control and remove ads. It gets a lot more complicated. It's a lot of setup. It's fairly expensive. I think just the card alone is like $200+. But you know, some people move that direction. You know, I'm okay paying $100, but I really want to just have the content when I want it, the way I want it, no ads, no nothing. So, and you always have also the fact that a lot of programming is edited for TV. So you might be used to watching, you know, your favorite movie, theatrical edition, which, let's say it's rated R because of curses or whatever. And then you watch it on the TV and all the curses are cut, you know, the bloody scenes are cut because it's now rated for TV. And it's broadcasting in regular timing. And, you know, for some movies that kind of kills the movie, really. Like I saw Predator in the middle of the day on TV and it's not even the same movie. But anyway, questions? More questions? Yes.
Where does cable TV fit into this picture?
Outside the door.
Yeah, okay. Because, you know, it's interesting that AT&T is picked up DirecTV.
Right.
And I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Well, I'll tell you, Sling TV is a DirecTV product.
Uh-huh.
So that Sling TV option that you get over the internet, that's actually a DirecTV thing. So chances are, if I had to say, for cable companies to stay really alive and keep providing, they'll probably go the way of, here is the plain basic service, and then what Sling TV is doing. $5 for this channel, or $5 for these 5 channels, or $10 for this premium movie package. Something like that. They're sort of doing that now, but their basic is kind of high. They'll likely become more like Sling, where the basic is like $20, and then for every channel, let's say you pay $5. And if that was available when I cut the TV, I probably would have stayed, because I would like to have, to this day I can't watch Discovery Channel in any form, really, online. And it's something that I miss. The Food Network I also can watch. I can buy, you know, Top Chef, or, you know, Chopped. I think Top Chef's a brown. So, anyway, but I can't really watch the channel, because sometimes you miss the fact of I'm just going to turn on TV and whatever's on, just relax, unwind, and watch that. Turns out you have a lot of free time when you can't do that, to be honest. It's like, alright, nothing on TV, so I might as well just do something productive. So, there it is. More questions? Actually, let me store Netflix. There's something on Netflix. Sure, I'll show you what it is. Well, that was longer than 20 minutes, sorry. Another reason these devices, these Chromecasts are great, if you want to show someone pictures, and they're on your phone, instead of, you know, everybody huddling together and zooming in on the phone, just sit down in your living room, take your pictures, and just cast your whole screen on the TV, and that works just fine. I mean, I can probably do that in a minute. So, here, this is my entire screen right now. So this is where I'm installing Netflix on my phone. I'm going to open Netflix, I'm going to select it and override the casting of my screen to casting Netflix. I'm going to have to log in, so I'm going to start. Sign in. And this works for music as well. If you have something like Pandora, which is my source of music, you can cast Pandora on this as well. Alright, signing in. there is a Food Network show that I'm gonna play.
There is the downside to all this stuff, because you end up with about 15 remotes. You have the TV remote, you have the audio remote, you
Well-
have the Blu-ray remote, you have.
Or you can buy a universal remote, which is what I have.
Use the program.
Well, but that's a one-time thing. And a lot of them actually are pretty smart. You just tell them what devices you have and they program themselves. You don't have to do the, all right, press up now. All right, press down now. They have this database in,
Logitech is pretty good.
yeah, Logitech, that's what I
Yeah.
have. So if this, so this says loading right now over there. There you go, Food Network. So this is a Food Network show called The Great Food Trucks Race Collection. Whatever, by Tyler Florence. See? Told you. So this is Netflix. This is $8 a month, and you get, you know, all kinds of stuff in here.
But there is the delay. You're not gonna see things.
You're not gonna see them when they come out unless, like, it's House of Cards,
Yeah, which is a Netflix
which is a
show.
Netflix show. And actually, one good thing or bad thing depends on how you look at it. They usually post the whole season up.
Right, yeah.
And then you sit down the whole week and just watch back to back the whole season, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But then you have to wait a whole year for the next one. So,
That's the bummer.
but as I said, you can do math.